Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I'm gonna make a tutorial how to host name, how to set a device name. The first configuration command on any device, you should give a unique name or host name by default. All devices are assigned to a factory default name. Like for example, if you open like this, and it will say switch. This is the default or a factory name that they will give if you don't change it from the first you get a switch. And then the problem is if all switches in the network were left with their default names, it would be difficult to identify a specific device. For instance, how would you know that you are connected to the right device when accessing it remotely using SSH? The hostname provides confirmation that you are connected to the correct device. And then the default name should be changed to something more descriptive by choosing names wisely, and it is really easier to remember, document, and identify network devices. Here are some important naming guidelines for hosts. The first is you need to start with a letter and it contains no space, and it's end with a letter or digit, and use only letters, digits, and dash. Be less than 64 characters in length. Okay, an organization must choose a naming convention that makes it easy and intuitive to identify a specific device. The host names used in the device IOS preserve capitalization and lowercase characters. Like for example, the figure shows that three devices or three switches, and if you see them, they have a capital letter and also lowercase. The naming convention that was used incorporated the location and the purpose of each device. Network documentation should explain how these names were chosen so additional devices can be named accordingly. So we're gonna name the first switch like shown. Wait, I'm gonna name it floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, like this. Okay, when the devices are named, they are easy to identify for configuration purpose. Now we already name it in packet tracer. We are gonna also change when the naming convention has been identified. The next step to use is the CLI to apply the names to the devices as shown in the example. From the privileged AC mode, access to the global configuration mode by entering the configure terminal command. Notice the change in the command prompt. Right. First, you need to enable and type conf t, which means configure terminal, and then next you need to add and type like this: host name switch floor 1, like this. And as you can see, oh wait, let me change. Okay, now you already can see like this. You need to enable and then configure terminal, and then once this command, once this message already shown, you need to type hostname as well floor 1, and then the name will change. And do the same thing on the other switch. Enable const and sway floor 2. Oh, host name, or you can just type h and then type floor 2 and make sure there is no space, then enter, and then also the CLI, enable configure terminal, and then type h sw floor 3. Okay, now we already changed the host name, and then this will make it easier for the admin or the network administrator to configure it, especially when they're using telnet or SSH. Okay, so I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching, and I hope it's useful. Oh yeah, also one more thing, that I have a recommendation to name the device, like for example, like this. Hold on, this one. Need to name it by the device function, device model, location, and number. Like example like this. We can open again the packet tracer, and then we need to see again device model. This device model, and we see over here the device model is switch, and then switch, and the model is 22960, and the location floor 1, and then we can put the number like this, floor 1 and 1. As you can see, it will make it easier like this, and also you can do the same thing for the net for the other switches. Okay, so I think that's all for the device name. I hope you guys get the benefit, and thank you. See you in the next tutorial. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.